Hey everybody, Hollywoodpizza here, and it's time to get toxic. That's right, we're playing some more Venerated Rot Priest today. As you all know, this is one of my favorite cards from the newest set. On top of that, all of our cards are actually toxic based this time. So we have Slaughter Singer, which pumps up our toxic creatures whenever they attack. On top of that, dealing 2 toxic whenever it connects with the player. For the 1-drops, we're playing the Skrelv to protect our cards and make them unblockable as well. The Crawling Chorus is just a phenomenal early game play that if your opponent uses board wipes, you can just get that 1/1 token when it dies, which is just really, really great value. We have 3 Jawbone Duelists, which really gets out of hand, especially if you pump it up with like a Tyvars or the Slaughter Singer. Starts pumping it up whenever it attacks. You can really kill your opponent pretty quickly, especially considering that with the double strike, you end up dealing like 2 poison counters, which is great. We have 4 Skrelv's Hive to go wide. Obviously, this card, is a little bit worse on the draw, but it's still really, really great in this deck just because you're able to go wide. You make more tokens. And then on top of that, if your opponent has 3 or more poison counters, then all your creatures gain lifelink. We have 3 of the Annex Sentry to essentially help with any type of removal. Any type of problematic creatures, as so long as their mana value 3 or less. We can even get rid of Bankbusters if we're on the play. Our opponent could just play their Bankbuster, then on turn 3, we drop the Annex Sentry, get rid of their Bankbuster, and kind of just keep going in with some poison. 4 Bloated Contaminator as well. Just a really, really strong card on rate. 3 mana 4/4 has Trample. And whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you get to proliferate, and it also has Toxic 1. We have 1 Noxious Assault, a card that I'm trying out. This was originally in the sideboard, but I moved it to the main deck, and I think that it's going to end up being a really, really powerful card. You play it, all your creatures get bigger. You can either deal them lethal with just regular damage, or if your opponent has enough creatures and they end up blocking, they might just die to just them getting poison counters because of this card. So I think it's a really, really strong finisher. For special lands, we have a Ganjo, and we also have 2 Mirrex and a Boseiju. Our sideboard consists of a couple extra copies of the Tameo Safekeeping for protection, 3 of the Calamities Wakes to essentially play these on upkeep against control so they can't board wipe us, or another deck that might have that removal, sorcery speed removal, anything like that. 3 Canker Blooms, they proliferate, give our opponent more poison, or they just destroy a Fable, Bankbuster, anything like that laying around. 3 Ossification, just a phenomenal catch-all removal spell. 1 Valorous Stance, which has actually been overperforming for me. It gives one of your creatures indestructible, or you get to destroy a Shieldred, or any 4 toughness creature at that matter. The extra Noxious Assault to kind of give you a little bit of that extra reach when you need it in specific matchups. And we're trying out the 1 of White Sun's Twilight just because it makes a lot of tokens, and on top of that, it's like a pseudo board wipe, so having that effect in the board can end up being really, really crucial against certain matchups like aggressive decks or anything like that. Overall, I was actually really, really impressed with this deck. This deck overperformed quite a lot. I actually think that this deck would be really great in a tournament. It kills the opponent super, super quickly, and like that Toxic definitely adds up. For the ladder, I think this deck is really, really great if you're just trying to like climb through the ladder pretty quickly as well. So overall, I think it's a really fantastic deck. We're going to go ahead and jump into some games and have some fun. I'm going to be on the play here with some Selesnya Toxic. This hand's pretty good. We can definitely keep it. Pretty quick start. I think we do the Skrelv first because it protects all of our cards. And it still is going to deal 1 Toxic anyways, 1 poison. So let's start with the Skrelv, and then we can get the Stinger down. Stinger does pump this up, which is pretty nice. And it does look like we're up against Grixis. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting aggressive here. If they want to kill the Stinger, that's fine. They're probably more likely to kill the Skrelv because it protects all of our cards. But like I said, if they kill the Stinger, that's fine. We have alternate ways to win the game, so. Let's see. Whenever another creature controlled with toxic attacks. So we play that. I think we come in with this, though. And then if they have a kill spell for it, we can protect it with the Skrelv. We could play both of these, but we run the risk of losing to our Brotherhoods. I'm guessing this is Make Disappear, though. Yep. It is what it is. Like I said, we don't want to just lose to the Brotherhood's end. We still could here. Okay, Fable, sure. think we're pretty happy seeing that. Ooh, Rot Priest is pretty good. So let's play both Rot Priests. Chorus. Let's see. Pump this up. Whenever another creature toxic attacks, puts them to 5. Alright, this puts them to 5, or excuse me, 6 poison. Because the Skrelv also gives Toxic 1. So they're looking for the Brotherhoods, and if they do, we still have the Crawling Chorus, which is okay. If they try to target our stuff, they pretty much just lose because the Rot Priests are going to give them poison. Alright, so they have an Abrade for the Skrelv. They get 2 poison, though, so they're pretty much dead here. Yeah, I mean, we put them in this situation where they can't target our cards anymore with removal. I think we bring in the other Tamios. They play Invoke. They probably play Shieldred. I still like Valor's Stance because it doubles up as a protection and a removal. Sentry seems okay. We're on the draw, so the Hive gets a little bit worse. Crawling Chorus is okay. It's really good against Invokes, so we don't want to cut it. I really like Sentry here still. Yeah, let's get another Scrolls and... Jawbone isn't bad, but it's also kind of like a little bit medium. I guess we can cut one of these because we have like a lot of 1-drops. It's either that or the... Was it the Jawbreaker? The Jawbone. Alright, we definitely keep this hand. And let's go ahead and get a Skrelv down and pass it back. Play Brushland. Probably play the Duelist. This was just Forest. Let's play the Duelist, see what they got for us. They have a Make Disappear. That's fine. We can hit them for 1, yep. They have a Contaminator next turn, which is pretty good. They kill our Skrelv. We have a backup one, so okay, there's a Corpse Appraiser. Opponent getting to redraw here. Definitely, what Grixis does best is grind and value you out, so opponent definitely starting on that game plan. Until this card leaves. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna pass just because I don't want to get blown out by them killing the Sentry because we got in for 1 poison. I'd rather keep the Skrelv back to kind of protect it. Shieldred's pretty good though. Ooh, there's that Valor Stance coming in clutch. So let's kill this and play a Chorus. We get to attack for 1, getting them to 2 poison, and we'll pass the turn back. We still have Skrelv open to protect our cards. Right now, opponent's looking at 3 additional poison if we decide to attack with the Skrelv next turn. And we can also make something unblockable, which will be another 2 toxic. Brotherhood's pretty good. Just can't be blocked. Yeah, that's fine. We still get a Might, which is nice. Do they have a kill spell for the Annex Sentry? They do not. So let's Contaminator, Skrelv, play this tapped, hit them for 2, get them up to 4 poison counters, and yeah, opponent's got to find some answers. And Invoke isn't just going to do it. We'd sacrifice the Might. And then we would hit them for a lot of Toxic here. Alright, there's a Fable, so they have 2 mana open. 3 mana now. Do they just have another 3-drop, or they kill the Skrelv? Okay, just gonna pass. Interesting. Well, we placed a Slaughter Stinger here, which was a pretty good draw for us. Now we get to attack. All of our creatures get bigger. So let's come in with the team. Everyone gets +1/+1 until on a turn as well. And let's see what our opponent does here. Gonna block there. That's fine. Take some damage. And so we get to proliferate. This isn't highlighted, right? Yep. Alright. Just want to be sure there. Yep. Pass it back. Still protected from an invoke. And they're going to look at our top 2. That's fine. I'm actually surprised this is still in here, because this isn't really good against our deck. It's a lot better against, like, the Mirror Match or, you know, decks that are grindy, but like, against us, it's a little bit awkward. Maybe they hit a Sentry. So, we'll see. Okay, there's a Fable. Okay, they have their own Slaughter Stinger. So we just, let's see, I guess they have blocks. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, coming in. Alright, able to take that match down. We'll see you for the next one. Gonna be on the play with some more Toxic here, and I don't think we can keep this hand. We do have a lot of 1-drops though, so I could see an argument for just keeping the 1-lander. It's really tough here. I'm a little bit tempted to. Yeah, let's actually try it out. I mean, we have Skrelv plus Scrawling Choruses. So, I mean, we're definitely going to get some damage in here for Toxic. We can start making these unblockable. That's 2, so that's only a 5-turn clock. Seems decent. Okay, would not hit the land, though. I think we Toxic them for 1. Okay, land. Alright, brush land, let's go. I'm swinging. I'm actually just swinging with both. We have protection spells. We play another chorus, and then we just keep up our protection spells. If they want to kill our creatures, we're gonna just protect them. So let's see what they got here. Okay, no answers yet, which is really surprising. Path of Peril. We'll protect the Skrelv. We get 2 mites here as well, which is nice. We hit the land, we'll play the Jawbone. Hit them for 3 more Toxic. Pass the turn back. We still have a Tyvar stand, which is nice. So we'll be able to use that if things go wrong. Okay, there's a Sorin, that's fine, not really a big deal. And we actually just win here. Black. Yeah, this is actually just gonna be, just in case, but the Jawbone just kills them outright because it's 2 and then another 2. Yep. Alright, so we're able to take that down. You know, 1-lander. a risky hand, but definitely paid off for us. And we want the Tamiyo safekeepings, the Valorous stance. We can cut a couple of scrubs because it's a little bit slower on the draw. And then we do the same thing, just cut a chorus here. I think that's fine. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe we cut the Noxious Assault and we keep the chorus in because we want to maximize on our creatures. And the Assault costs 5 mana. So maybe by the time we get the 5 mana, we would have already won. Or, maybe we don't have any creatures for the Overrun effect to really be all that potent. So I think that's fine. Pretty keepable hand here. Scrub into Rot Priest plus a Tyvar stand is pretty phenomenal. Good start there for us. So let's go get the Scrub. Trying to dodge a cut down, and we do. They also can't go for the throat the Scrub, which is really nice. Alright, let's get Rot Priest down. Gonna attack for 1. Looks like they don't have any responses at all, so we'll pass it back. Opponent up to 3. Path of Peril. We'll protect the Rot Priest. I think that's the correct call here. Just because they have to keep targeting our cards. That was a fine draw. Alright, let's pass it back. We still have a Tyvar stand to protect our cards, so... Things look a little bit sketchy. Ooh, they hit a Liliana, though. Well, can't do anything about that, unfortunately. We're going to lose our Rot Priest here. We don't have any phasing in this deck, so... Unfortunately, Rot Priest is going to die. Yep. Well, we got the Mirrex. We can start making some mites, which isn't bad. Looks like sacrifice effects are still really good against this deck. We'll discard the forest. Opponent discarding real cards. We're happy to see that. We'll make a mite. Start chipping in with that. We hit a Jawbone, which is pretty good. We'll attack Toxic. Hit our opponent for a point. Or at least try to. Let's see, we can play Jawbone. I like Jawbone, actually, because of that double strength. So it's like, 2 Toxic. Could also just play the Sentry to play it. Yeah, I'm actually okay with that. It's a little bit awkward because obviously if they play like a creature that's 3 or less, we're not going to be able to exile it, but at the same time, we still have the Tyvar stand, so we'll be able to push through damage on our opponent. I guess we're going to lose it to this, so maybe not the most ideal there. But like either way, we're going to lose one of those cards. The safer play would have been to at least hold up the Tyvars. Yep, we're going to lose 2 creatures here. Alright, but we hit a Jawbone. If they use a Liliana, we sack the Sentry. And then we still get to keep the Jawbone. And do they have a removal? Looks like they do. Yep, there's a Drowned Iker. So they get to proliferate there. Alright, unfortunately we're just hitting lands now, so we'll pass. We still have the Mirrex. It makes tokens. Yeah, even holding the Tyvar stand wouldn't have really mattered as much anymore, just because of the Liliana. You could make an argument maybe we should have been attacking the Liliana, but killing our opponent's pretty important here. Yep. So they'll probably uptick. They get a draw. Go down to 7, so they're almost just dead from regular damage. Yep, that's fine. We'll make a Might. Ooh, Slaughter Stinger. Let's go. Alright, we'll hit our opponent for 1. Or, excuse me, 2. So we get them down to 5. They go up to 6 Toxic. We'll pass it back. We can still make a token off the Mirrex, which is nice. So they could use a Liliana. We'll sack the token. If they turn the Slaughter Stinger into a treasure, that's fine. Still got plenty of plays here. Opponent at 5. Hey, Squinty, welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Yep, make it a treasure. That's fine. Nothing we could really do about that. We'll lose the token. Do they have the Sorin here? Oh, even scarier. They hit a Teferi. Okay. Probably making a token. Just because they got to protect themselves. Yep. We'll make a token as well. Okay, unfortunately just a forest, so gotta pass it back. And we're getting a little bit flooded out here. I'd rather just keep the forest to kind of bluff a little bit. It's not like we're really doing anything too crazy right now. We're still at 22. Nice. That's great to hear. So they go down to 3. Which is definitely risky. We would hope to hit a Sentry or a Hive, because the Hive gives us more tokens every turn, which is nice as well. Haha, it's a land. They had a land too. Three cards left. They get a redraw off the Teferi probably. Oh, okay, they're just making the token. Seems good too. Seems like a decent play. Yeah, they have Vigilance. Yep. Sorin will make a token. That's fine. I think we're just 2 behind now. They, obviously have 4 Planeswalkers on the battlefield. And this token gains them life, so that 3 life doesn't matter as much. And yeah, we're just drawing lands here. So a little bit flooded at the end of that game. We're just going to hope for like a pretty quick start again. I think I'm okay doing that just because it gives us a higher chance of hitting that Skrelv's Hive on time and slowly starting to go wide on our opponent. They do have a ton of removal for us, like the board wipes and stuff, but we can definitely get through, and we end up with the Skrelv's Hive here anyways. Tamiyo's to potentially protect it if it gets to that point. Alright, we hit a Singer. I think we just play this first. And then we'll get the token. The Singer comes down. That'll be 2 damage plus the 1 Toxic. Okay, and we have Bloated Contaminator. I think I'd rather just play this and hold up a protection spell. Can't attack yet, but we'll have a lot of Toxic here pretty soon. They play Liliana. It's annoying, but we do have a Might we can sacrifice here, so that's okay. They're going to try to kill that. We have the Tamiyo's protection. So we'll see if they have an extra removal spell. If they do, that's fine. It is what it is. And it looks like they actually don't. So we get to keep our Singer. We get another token. Alright. Land is decent, honestly, because we still can Tyvar Stand and the Valor Stance. We can actually get away with the Bloated Contaminator, I think, just because they could have a Make disappear here, but we also just have a ton of Toxic. And we know that the Perilous is only going to kill creatures 2 or less, so the Contaminator isn't going to get hit. So we can still save our Singer if it comes to that. Yeah, we get a token. And yeah, we're coming in for a ton of damage and just like a ton of Toxic as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and they're going to take it. All right. It's going to be 6 poison. And we'll pass it back. No reason to play the other Contaminator. It's just going to spend our mana. And we definitely don't want to do that. Opponent's digging here for an answer. Okay, they get 2 cards here. We'll see if they do have an answer. We have 2 protection spells, so, you know, even if they hit a 5th mana and they try to board wipe or try to kill our cards, we have enough protection for it. Able to take that match down. We'll see you for the next one.
This video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the spiciest cards for your sauciest decks. Buy and sell Magic the Gathering products and gear today on MagicJank.com.
Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book stores got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey. Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below. And on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you. Playing some more Toxic, and this is a pretty phenomenal hand. We have a Curve Out, Rot Priest into Singer. We have a backup Rot Priest, and then on turn 3, we can even protect our cards if need be. So let's go get this Singer down. Attack for 2 damage. Get 1 poison on our opponent here. Pass it back. Okay, they had a Scrap Gorger, which is fine. Luckily, we hit a Sentry, so let's do that. Get rid of the Scrap Gorger, keep the Toxic flowing. 3 more poison, get them to 4. Okay, there's a Gwenna, which is fine. We will be attacking out here. Our creatures get bigger. They're going to try to block there. We pump this up. May have been a little bit of a mistake on my end there. I think we'll pass it back. I'm a little bit worried now that they'll have a removal. Okay, they have Lauren. So I'm actually glad that we did hold back, because now we can just protect this. They get a poison. This gets protected. We'll untap, attack, and kill them. Let's bring in the other Tamios. So it looks like they're like a Bant, Ramp, maybe Storm the Festival deck. Do we want the Valor Stances protection? It does protect a bit. Canker Bloom's okay. Maybe even Noxious Assault. Skrulls is worse on the draw, and the fact that they have creatures means that some of these cards get a lot worse. Not sure if we want the White Suns. Like, it gets us a lot of tokens. But X needs to be 5 or more for it to be like the bomb.com, so that requires like a lot. I think we're fine with this. The overrun effect might actually end up being impressive in this matchup, considering they could just have like a lot of blockers and then that will be the finish. Gonna be on the draw. It's a mulligan. It's definitely a keep here, and I would really love to keep all of these cards, but I think we have to put the Tyvars back. Skrulv does a really good job of protecting our cards. Oh, unfortunately, we did top deck the lands, so yeah, I would have really liked to put one of these lands back and then have the Tyvars, but You know, sometimes you actually just draw the card and you get both. Attack our opponent for a Toxic here. And let's see, what does this do? 3 damage tapped. Yeah. Let's protect it. So they get 2 poison, and another one is 3 poison. And then we have the Annex Sentry to exile whatever they play, if they play something, but they didn't. So I think we just come in for another 2 Toxic here. Pass the turn back, we keep up the Tamios. We Sentry whatever they play. Yep. So we can Tamios the Skrelv. Let's protect that. They get another poison. They go up to 6. We have a Sentry here, which will get rid of the Lorne. This gets them to 8 Toxic. And we'll pass it back. So, okay, that's fine. Yep, they get rid of those. We had a Skrelv, though. And we'll hit for 1. Pass it back. See what our opponent has for us here. We have 2 Toxic creatures. They need to find a way to kill the Skrelv or the Sentry, and they do not. We're able to take that match down. This deck was super impressive so far. I definitely recommend it for ladder, for quick ranking, and maybe even for standard tournaments, honestly. I mean, this deck really gets the beat down quick and kills your opponent. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to follow me on twitch.tv/HollywoodPizza 4 days a week, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Sundays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll definitely catch you there. Stay cheesy.